Hello Sagittarius, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the career and financial energy for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of February. Now Sag, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now, Sag, I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, that is not me, that's someone impersonating me. Please do not get scammed. I also only have one Instagram account. It's linked below. Make sure you use that link if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, where I do exclusive content. But again, I only have one Instagram account, so keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and see what we have here for you. And if you watch my content regularly, you've not yet hit the subscribe button, please do consider doing that. It really helps my channel grow in a big way. All right, let's go ahead and we're gonna wait until we look at the energy on the bottom. So we'll put this here. And all right, that looks just about good enough to me. So Sagittarius, it looks like right now, you are in the judgment zone. You are in a period of time, I feel like right now, where you are maybe taking a look at the choices you are making in your financial and your career situation and asking yourself if they are in alignment with where you're wanting to go in the future. I do see you have potential help from others available. You also are resourceful at this time. And I do like what I see here in the first 5. We're doing a pyramid spread, so we always go through and clarify more as we go along. But right away in the middle, you have the judgment card. So this is your overall energy. It's at the base of the pyramid here. And this judgment card says that, can you go into a period of self-evaluation and ask yourself what you've been doing up to this point? As I suggested earlier, this is a card of karma. And it says that the choices you've made are sort of rendering out in real time. And this can be an extremely spiritual energy, because when you go into a period of being brutally honest with yourself, you know, that's challenging. That is extremely challenging. But it's when you get into those challenging moments that you really start to experience growth. In my experience, from my experience, I've found that. And so this can, I like to associate this with spiritual awakenings. Now, in a career and financial situation, this can mean that you are being evaluated right now. You may be, you may not realize that you are in the running for an upgrade or a job raise when you get the judgment card. This is a card of evaluation, whether it is self-evaluation or being evaluated by a boss, which you may have here with the Queen of Swords showing up in the future. But you know, there's a sense of you maybe wanting to be on, we'll quote unquote say, your best behavior at this time, because you never know who's watching, type of deal. And so that's like just kind of a smaller timeline that maybe some of you are in right now. But in the past, you have the Empress and the Ten of Swords. So the Empress is a very good card to find. It's the most abundant card in the tarot. It says that you have all of the resources that you need and more available to you at this moment. This is also Venus energy, okay? Venus is the planet of love, beauty, desire, but it's also the planet of luxury and wealth. And again, so, you know, you have resources here when you get the Empress's energy. This can also say that there is fertility available, in that you maybe want to plant seeds and see them grow into something big here around a project or a situation in your career or your financial life. And so it's a very nice card. You also have this Ten of Swords, which is sort of interesting because the Ten of Swords represents a defeat, or potentially just something that's completely done, something that's completely over. It's an ending in your life. And not only that, but it does suggest that there's like sort of no going back when you get the Ten of Swords. And so you can work with that energy to look at it in a positive way, because the Ten of Swords does provide you with an opportunity to release yourself from what is no longer serving you. Okay, it also says that there's new hope on the horizon. And if it's in the past position, which we have it here, it can say that the worst is behind you. And so it's almost like there is some adversity here in the past from some of you, but I feel like through that adversity, you're realizing how blessed or abundant you are with the Empress's presence next to the Ten of Swords. Now, in the future, you have the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Cups. So the Queen of Swords is about somebody who's really cutting through the noise, cutting through the nonsense, and really getting down to the bottom of it. I like to say the Queen of Swords is like the assassin in the tarot. They do not let anyone stand in their way, and they will go after their goals with an intense focus. Okay, this is a card of intense focus in your life. This may, if it's not you, the Queen of Swords could say that potentially some of you are coming in contact with somebody who might give you wise counsel, highly intelligent, okay, when you get the Queen of Swords, highly independent as well. And so for some of you, there could be someone in your corner, but there could be someone here with this Judgment card who's maybe saying, hey, look, you did a really good job on that or whatever. You're in the running for XYZ or this promotion or whatever it may be. The Ace of Cups talks about a new beginning in your life leading to happiness. It's a very good card, even in a career and financial reading, because who doesn't like having the feeling of having your cup overflowing? This could very well, if you're just taking this linearly here, which rarely happens, evaluation by a superior leading to a happy outcome, right? You can put the pieces together there. You also here with this Ace of Cups, this could also represent a new project being formed for some of you, particularly if you are self-employed. Let's move up the pyramid and see what we have. We have the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, okay, the Six of Cups, and the Emperor. All right, I like what I'm seeing here. You also have power couple energy now showing up with the Emperor and the Empress. That is a true power couple in the tarot. It's a card of empires, okay? Or it's a combination of empires. It's not like the Ten of Pentacles, it's not like the King of Pentacles, but it is, when combined, people who are looking to build their empire. And so you have a very good situation if you are employed by somebody. If you work for an organization or if you work for somebody, this looks very good to me. And the reason being is you have this Three of Pentacles here with the Three of Wands. So let's dive into this. The Three of Pentacles is your teammates, your teamwork, your team environment. And you can see that this person here is holding up their pentacle. They're proud. They're showing off their work. You can see that they have a mallet in their belt, an anvil in the background, meaning they've built meaningful work. And presumably they are being rewarded and recognized for the work that they're doing here. You also have the Three of Wands, which is about taking something to the next level. It's growth and expansion on the horizon. It is getting fired up. It is having a sort of faraway look in your eyes, being adventurous, but it can be the initial win in the suit of Wands. And it says that small wins build up to big wins over time, especially with this energy here of the Empress. Some of you have done the good work. Okay, some of you have done very good work here in your career, and there's some growth available to you. There's expansion. This is an interesting time, Sagittarius, for jobs in America, at least, in that there are so many openings, and many people right now are going to say, you know what, if I'm not getting paid what I should be getting paid with inflation and everything, I'm going to go somewhere else where, they're paying me a better wage. And for some of you, this could certainly be showing up here, but you could also be using that as leverage to find more money or get more money somewhere. I'm not telling you to do anything risky, okay? I'm not telling you to put yourself at risk, but I am saying that this is happening right now in America, all over the place. I can't speak to other countries at this point. I can only speak from what I know about what's going on in the United States. But it's a time of expansion for many people in terms of their career, and many people are leaving. Many people are saying, I'm either going to start my business, I'm going to make a YouTube channel, I'm going to do whatever, if I'm not getting compensated, if I'm having to deal with challenging teammates. You also here have the Six of Cups, which is about a situation, like an opportunity from the past, maybe coming back in. This could certainly be a situation where maybe you were promised a job offer and it's taken some time, or you've been promised a job raise and it's taken some time. You may have also something that you've always wanted to do in your life that you may be taking a look at. You have this Emperor, which is big boss energy. That is the energy of authority, of leadership, of bossing up, of structure, of routine. And it's a very good omen to find in a career situation. I think some of you have caught the eye of maybe an authority figure, superior, boss, whatever you want to call it, and a supervisor. And I think it could be very good for you. Let's see what else we have. Yeah, I mean, look at this. You have the Eight of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. I mean, you are a major, major talent here. Okay. I mean, look, the Eight of Pentacles is a card that I love to see in almost every reading, but certainly in a career and finance reading, because this person has a lot to offer to the table. This is a card of talent. It's the biggest card of talent in the tarot. It says you have an extreme skill at something. You can see that they're wrapping up their latest creation. Their other creations are hanging up on the ceiling above. It's like the Three of Pentacles, but upgraded, like enhanced. It's an even bigger talent, and it can represent good movement forward in your career, just generally. And so you have that with the Three of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Eight of Pentacles here. What's interesting is we're getting these elements of loss now, or defeat, with the Three of Swords and the Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords here. Three of Swords can come forward as a severance, a separation. I don't think you are getting fired. I think some of you are saying, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach, or I'm going to take my talents somewhere else where I might get paid more, or I might get rewarded more for someone else. And, for many of you, for many people in America, this is happening right now. And, I feel like for some of you, it's, am I carrying a burden here? Am I getting paid my worth? And I do feel like maybe you're weighing that decision and that option. You have the Page of Swords and the Seven of Swords. Okay, this is getting interesting here. The Page of Swords can represent news of delay or disappointing news. It can also be someone who's annoying you. You could have a colleague that's annoying you. What I don't love to see here is the Seven of Swords can represent in a workplace situation, especially combined with the Page of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. This can be gossip, chatter, rumors being spread, people talking behind your back. And that I've seen that play out time and time again for people as I've done readings, not only for myself but for other people as well. But if you're looking at it in a more positive way, the Seven of Swords can say, create a game plan. Okay, this person didn't steal the swords without having some sort of plan intact, and so strategize. Right, that can also come forward there. But let's see what we have at the top of the pyramid. Okay, you have the Death card. Change and transformation happening for you in your career life. Now, do not be afraid of the Death card. It simply speaks to the nature of change. It does not need to be negative. And in fact, sometimes when we leave a job, it's the best thing that we can do, because the problem is, especially if you work for somebody, you essentially are putting a ceiling on the amount of money that you can earn. Not trying to go into a tangent here, but theoretically, if you are self-employed, there is no limit to how much you can earn. And so I do wonder if some of you are contemplating that. I also wonder if some of you are just contemplating, like, is it time for me to move on and do something new, more fulfilling with my life and my career, and potentially something that pays me more if you're not going self-employed. But you also here have this Hierophant on the bottom, which is your workplace. This is the place that you work, an organization that you're a part of, traditional structures, a mentor, somebody in a leadership position as well, but old school, traditional beliefs, marriage. And so this is transformations coming in around your career and around the place that you work. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. I love what I see. I think there's a new beginning. I think some of you are going to step into empowerment and make a change. I think you're going to embrace a change here, and I think you're going to bring a change about for yourself. And so thank you so much for being here. This is what I have. Really appreciate you. Hit that like button, subscribe. Feel free to check out my email list. There's a link to that in the description below. I'll see you in the next reading.